Hi, and welcome to Sentry IMS. My name is Alejandro Perez, and thank you so much for allowing us to be part of your business. In this video, we're gonna show you how you can get started before we do training. So with that being said, let's go ahead and jump into it. Ready? Here we go. In your email, you have a user and password, which is gonna be a temporary password. You would have to go into portal.sentryims.com so you can go into our landing page. Once you have entered that portal.sentryims.com, you'll see this page. Here you're gonna have on top, it's gonna be the user we just provided you on that email and the temporary password that we also provided you on this email. You're gonna go ahead and enter the user and password and you're gonna go ahead and click and log in. As you can see here, I already have mine set up and it's already prompted. Once you go ahead and log in, for instance, right away, you're not gonna see this page that you see here right now. Basically, everything's gonna be blank, but this is just a small preview of what Sentry has to offer. Right away, on the top of your screen, you're gonna see all your lines of business. This will allow you to see what lines of business you are gonna be able to administrate in Sentry. Here on the right-hand side, you have a couple of icons and buttons. This one here is gonna be for your tutorials. So we do have videos to guide you and show you how to do things step by step. You also have this remote support icon or tab. This will allow us to remotely log into your computer and assist you in case you need any help. This one here on the little bell will be your notifications. This is where Sentry is gonna give you all the notifications that are very important. And I'll show you all this once again on very detailed once we get into training. This one here is for you to go ahead and log off Sentry or close the session. On the left-hand side, you have your menu button. You're gonna have access to your reports. This is gonna be for your prospects, and this is gonna be for your task. With that being said, you have your suspenses, which once again, I'll get into that into detail once we get into training. Then you have your most recent customers and a quick search. Now, allow me to show you how you can start creating new users and update the current password that you currently have. To change the password from the temporary password we gave you, we're gonna go to our menu button. We're gonna go to our account settings. Oops, sorry about that. We'll go to account settings. And then you're gonna go ahead and put the password that we provided you, which was gonna be the temporary password. And then you're gonna go ahead and put your new password confirmation, which you'll input the same new password that you just did, and go ahead and click on update. You're gonna get a prompt that's gonna show that it was successfully done. It has to match. You do need up to 6 characters. Then you're gonna go to menu. You're gonna go to administration. You're gonna select your users. And then from here, as you can see, we have several of them because these are all our demos. Yours is just gonna be yours. It's gonna be blank. But then on the top right-hand side, you see this icon that says create user. So you're gonna go ahead and click on create, and this will allow you to create a brand new user into Sentry. Remember, you do have up to 5 users with your account per office. Now, I'm gonna touch really quick what are the important subjects or items that you must do in order for you to create that user. You do need to create them a profile. Are they gonna be an admin, secondary admin, or agent? This will allow them to do several things in Sentry. If they're an agent, they're not gonna be able to modify anything, delete anything, or change anything. Secondary admin will have a little bit more access than a regular agent. They will be able to run different reports in case you have more than one agency or more than one agent in that office. Admin pretty much has an open book, so you'll be able to delete, modify, pretty much do anything as you please within Sentry. So once you have selected the profile that you're gonna give that agent, you must put a first name, email address, a role. The roles don't necessarily have an effect in Sentry. It's just so that you can identify what the position is. It won't allow them to do anything more or less. You could put a middle name if you have to. The most important ones that you must do is create a profile, give them a profile, what level of administration they're gonna have. We do need an email address. We do need a username. The username is for them to be able to log into Sentry. Their user code is how you're gonna be able to identify them within Sentry, which I'll show you what I mean in a quick second. We also do need a last name and a password. This password and username are the way they're gonna be able to log into Sentry like we just did on the email that we sent you temporarily. You also are able to put their license number, and we put all this information just so that you can, this Sentry can help you administrate your agent's license as well, just to make sure that if they're out for renewal, you'll have that information available so that all your staff can be up to date with their licensing. With that being said, this is the main information that you need to create a user. You must click on that location in case you have only one location or multiple locations. As you can see on this sample here, in this case, we're gonna have one office per se. So we'll click that office, and then under line of business, you are able to tell Sentry what line of business this specific agent will have access to. So maybe he just has access to auto and registration services, or depending on the line of business your agency offers. With that being said, you are also able to customize certain things that this agent can do. And in order for you to customize what the agents can do under profile, go ahead and choose the custom profile. And then here at the bottom, you'll see all the list of things that are available for you to customize specifically for this agent. And we'll get into detail once we start doing your training. So with that being said, that's how you are able to create a user in Sentry. Another very important part is also locations. You might have multiple locations. This is where you're gonna go and create a new location from here as well. So very simple information. The name is gonna be the same. It's just a street name, street address, phone number, and any other good stuff. Once again, we'll dive right into it. And as well as your receipts. With Sentry, is very customizable what you can do with your receipts. So you are able to customize exactly the wording that you want to use for your agency in regards to the transactions that you do on a daily basis with your agents and your customers. And once again, we'll dive a little bit more into detail once we start doing the training. Under your receipt items, once again, this is where it gets very customizable. You are able to customize all the transactions and all the invoice items that on your receipts, you'll be able to get those reports. And once again, I'll be able to get into detail with you on that as well and show you how to add one by one and how they would work in regards to Sentry and your reporting and your receipts. So with that being said, these are some of the things that you can get started with before we start doing training. And this will allow you to navigate with Sentry right before we start doing our training. So once you have that set up, now you're gonna be able to go ahead and create profiles, or maybe start trying to practice on how to create a profile in Sentry. And all you gotta do to be able to do that is just select the line of business as we're doing here, as I'm showing you. So for instance, you have a customer that's gonna do an auto policy. Maybe he's gonna do registration services. So you're gonna do a HO3 or a DP3 or homeowner's policy. Just select the line of business and you'll be able to do the data entry. So with that being said, thank you so much. Thank you for letting us be part of your insurance agency. And I'll be more than glad to show you every single detail and step-by-step on how Sentry will help your business. So thank you very much, and I'll be seeing you very soon.